Hello and welcome to our Lifestream D&D session. Tentative title of Equivocation. I'm joined by our usual band of chaos pirates. Uh, with a couple of no cameras this time, but that's okay. Anyways, so last time, uh, oh, I didn't notice somebody wrote that on the map screen. Oh well, whatever. Last time, you guys basically came to the crossroads at the end of Rio Style that, as you were looking at your map, was halfway in between Style and Oriskay. There you saw a couple of different wagons out. Seemed you guys took caution, and so did they, until you each kind of realized what the other was. Them realizing that you guys probably aren't much of a threat, and you realizing it's just a bunch of merchants. One of them being the halfling. Let me see if I can remember his name. It's been a while.
Well, none of us are
Yeah,
jumping in to be like, it was this
yeah,
name, so
yeah.
you can say anything right now.
Shinir Proudbeam.
Okay.
And managed to return his wagon. You guys didn't ask for anything in return, but he'd probably via word of mouth probably be spread about your good deeds, even though he doesn't have really too much other than a bunch of names of people to attach it to instead of a just general group name. Uh After which you guys kind of talked around a bit and talked with each other, talked with the merchants a little bit as night slowly came upon you, and decided to go to sleep and rest for the night. Waking up the next morning, the merchants taking their way after the talk. Some of them, or most of them, deciding not to go the Rio style after what happened to Proud Beam and you guys. And one of them, feeling fairly confident that he won't have any major issues, decides to go ahead and continue on. Um, as you guys then bid farewell to them, decide to, you know, kind of take inventory and stuff like that of what you guys have, realizing that you guys are now one panther, owl, whatever cub less than what you were the night before. Uh, Harrow decided that she would go ahead and go hunting for something and found like a turkey or turkey-like creature, and managed to catch and kill it and bring it back to the group, making breakfast and some stock to hopefully mix in with milk to simulate more of a carnivore-esque like diet for this remaining cub thing. After which you guys pack up the wagon and continue to head towards Oriskay. As you guys, probably, you guys left maybe give or take about noon. I'll go ahead and move you guys over to the map because it's pretty much the end of the base explanation and kind of more onto the setting the scene. As you guys pretty much left kind of a little bit before noon, as you guys decide to take like a normal pace. It's been about a couple hours. By this point, it's probably about 3, 4 as you kind of come upon these rock formations. And as I mentioned before, slumped against one of them seems to be just from a glance. I think whoever rolled didn't roll super well on their perception. Yeah, Lonnie didn't roll super well on the perception, so kind of hard to tell exactly. You're assuming it's female, human-ish like creatures slumped up against the rock. There seems to be red kind of splattering against the rock, and this creature seems to be holding like their abdomen, their stomach, lower chest kind of area, as you guys are approaching in your wagon, with Pazuzu driving and Umi on lookout, and I think Goose is riding Duck, and the rest of you, I think, are in the wagon.
Correct.
So, basically, I would say, Goose is probably doing whatever Goose is doing, so he's probably not really paying attention since he's not doing a lookout, so probably more along the lines of, what's Lonnie and Feugy gonna do, as the rest of you are sitting inside the wagon.
Did I notice the person, or just Lonnie?
I'm pretty sure she would have pointed it out as soon as she saw it. I'm just making assumptions here, unless she doesn't, and specifically tells me she doesn't.
No, I'll let Feugy know.
Yeah. Pazuzu, yeah. So yeah, she points it out. You see it. Assuming kind of the same thing she is, without taking more of a sterner look at it. Let me see here. Where did I? Nope, not there. I lost my notepad. Scrap paper. I choose you. In case I need notes. Okay. Anywho.
Well, I guess I holler back at everybody. Like, hey guys, I see somebody up ahead. Looks like they might be injured. Might want to go see if they need some help, or hopefully not get ourselves killed.
Okay.
Does Pazuzu stop the wagon?
That's up to Pazuzu.
My plan was, I said help, so I'm heading that way unless somebody tells me to stop.
I mean, like I said, you're a decent ways away. You're not like right on top of her. So that's up to you how close you want to bring the wagon or whatever.
Are we within shouting distance?
Not. I mean, you could, but probably be kind of hard to hear and make everything out. And who knows if this person's injured or whatever. Could possibly be hard to speak for them at the moment.
Okay, let's get within speaking distance.
Okay, so about how far back do you think you're going to stop the wagon?
I don't think I'm going to stop the wagon. I think I'm going to go up.
You're going to take.
Is it along the path?
Yeah, it's like right next to the path. Yeah. I didn't know if you're going to stop the wagon like maybe like 60 feet back or something like that, or what.
Just like right up on her, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
If we see anybody off in the distance, like it's an ambush or something, we might be able to just, get on out of here.
Okay.
I will say I'm going to stick my head out of the wagon and get ready to jump out if it's necessary.
Yep, I am ready, getting ready to spring into action one way or another, be it medical attention or a fight.
Okay. So I would say you probably without blocking the middle of this path and stuff like that, it's going to be kind of hard to. You get within about 25 feet before, because otherwise you're going to have to maneuver the horses and the wagon to kind of get around like a tree stump and stuff like that to fit in there. As like I said, you begin approaching. It's easier to tell now. It's definitely like a female human. Kind of common-esque looking clothes. Look to be blood splatter behind her on the rock, and getting a closer look, you can kind of see that her clothes are kind of covered in blood as well.
Hey, you good, bro?
She kind of looks up at you, just kind of weakly. It seems like it's might be hard for her to shout at you from up on the wagon.
Am
I
I
don't think
able
he's
to
good,
just
bro.
like? Am I able to just like jump out of the wagon?
You can if you want to.
I'd like to also jump out of the wagon.
Yeah, now that
Okay.
we're this close and it looks like she's injured, I'm stopping.
Okay.
Goosewaddle's keeping a lookout on his surroundings. He doesn't trust anything.
Okay. Roll me a perception check then, I guess, if you want to.
Can I do it at advantage since I'm on Goose? Or Duck? Or no?
Sure, I guess I can allow that.
Ah.
22. Okay. So looking around here, other than like the rock formations and stuff like that, it seems to be pretty well covered in like underbrush and ground foliage and such. Anything out of the ordinary? Just looking at it from the road and stuff. Other than, like I said, the kind of the blood on the rock and kind of the blood, like some blood kind of looking like it's trailing across the road. Other than that, nothing really sticks out to you at this point.
Okay, so I'd like to get out of the wagon, and I already kind of saw that like verbal communication isn't going so well, so I'm just going to medically survey her.
Okay.
Hold on. I have stuff everywhere. Kaboom!
Okay. 15 medicine. Looking at her. Let's see here. Looking at her, seems like she's in a lot of pain. She's kind of clutching that area. As you try to move her arm, she kind of lets out like a very painful yelp.
I'm a healer. Let me see.
I mean, it hurts, but I'm more worried about him.
Your child?
No,
No? Who's him?
no, my lover.
Where's he? Or
We
they?
We were ambushed by some goblins, and they took him. They took him up that way, and she kind of like nods up towards the north.
Okay, but we'll check that out. But let's maybe heal you and get you in our wagon for a bit. How's that?
Could I hear this at all?
Yeah, unless if you're still sitting on the wagon, then I'm sure. Well, it'd be kind of hard for you to hear unless you're actually up there nearby her.
Okay. I want to have gotten out of the wagon, and I want to kind of hear this.
Okay.
And then I guess once I do hear that, I kind of want to start scouting to the north a little bit.
Okay. Well, like I said, kind of. It's definitely easy from where you're standing and stuff like that to see the blood kind of trailing off to the north, kind of around the brush and such.
And Hesper, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, she goes. I mean, like I said, it would be more important to go after him, but I mean,
We're gonna take care of it, but we gotta take care of you too. You're hurt.
I mean, if you don't go now, I mean, I don't know. He could be dying. The longer you take.
Okay. I just like pick her up.
Okay.
She did.
She did.
I mean, gently, I guess.
Yeah.
Like she's kind of said that like she's only like a little bit hurt. Like she's not really concerned about her own injuries.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you go and start to pick her up. And at that point, you kind of hear from the south, kind of rustling through in the brush and such. You see this male human come out from behind the brush, and he goes, "Oh, my dear, I'm glad to see that you're safe."
Can I roll an insight on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I also like to observe if this blood is even her blood and not animal blood.
Okay, that will probably require like a medicine check on the actual like blood.
The smell of it, though, because I have
I'll let you roll
few
it at
things to smell.
advantage if you're gonna smell. Yeah, I'll let you go ahead and roll at advantage on it. But I'm say it's probably I'll let you roll a perception on it. Yeah, that's fine. But the insight first.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have good medicine, but I already said I'm doing something else. So.
Okay, give me a second here. I need to check something. Yep, not what I want. Okay, so from what you can kind of tell, it seems to be on the level. Kind of hard to read.
And with that insight, can I see, I guess, the inflection in his voice sounds, you're saying it sounds sincere?
It's, like I said, it's kind of hard to tell if he's lying or anything like that, or if he's trying to hide anything. You can't really tell. It seems like he's being genuine.
Okay, and then let me roll for the blood to see if it's actually her.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, give me a second here. Oh, nope, that's Lonnie. Okay, you should have a Discord message as you take a good big whiff of the area.
I immediately look up. It's a trap. This is pig's blood.
What are you talking about? Just come here, my darling. We'll go ahead and head on back. I appreciate you, stopping by the side of the road here and such, but like as you can see, I've managed to get away, and I think the longer we linger here, the longer those goblins will, more likely come back.
I cast Charm
You see
Person
the
on her.
On her or him?
On her.
Okay. Spell save DC 13. Okay, give me a second here.
plus he came from the south, not the north.
He could have circled around, gotten too long. Who knows? Let's see here. It's a wisdom save if I remember right.
Yes.
That is a 14. She succeeds.
Well, damn.
I don't know why you're casting spells on me. I didn't do anything to you. if you can, like I said, me and my lover, we'll just go ahead and go and head back towards town.
How does a commoner know that a spell is being casted on her?
The targeted charm person knows if it failed or succeed.
Yeah, they know. Plus, not to mention if I remember right, it has verbal, so he's speaking and waving his hands around. So it's not like he's being too subtle about it.
I just look at a person and go, "Hey, you're my friend."
Do you want to be my friend? I don't know what the incantation is to it.
That's like anti-friend motion right there, Hesper. That's like
I know, because it failed.
It failed.
Yeah, that's like run for the hills.
Pretty much. So, what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm staying at the wagon, but I am just looking around, looking all over.
Yeah.
So
movement
Hesper,
in the distance.
I already have my hands on her, right?
Yeah, I mean, you started picking her up, and then I think you could just kind of stop midway when he kind of showed up, I'm assuming. And, like, her feet's still there, and you kind of have her kind of partially picked up?
I am going to put her in a headlock from behind and put an arrow up to her neck.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything?
Yep, you need to make an athletics check.
Okay.
Okay, and then she gets to
Noodle
choose.
arms.
Yeah, as you do that and she senses your kind of ill intent, she manages to squirm and make her way out and just start running away from you, and she's just like, these people are just she's looking at you like very like no, and he's just like looking around. He's like, well, we'll just go ahead and take our leave now. And they both kind of hurriedly start walking the direction that you guys came from.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of skirting around the wagon and then getting up on the road and kind of walking in that direction.
Yeah, I think we need to stop them.
Do we, though?
I'm itching for a fight. They might hurt my merchant friends back there.
Your merchant friends are already gone. They went way ahead of you.
Or they might hurt.
I'm pretty sure they're bait. Nah, they'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'm more concerned about what's waiting for us in the woods as the ambush.
Yeah, if we chase them, we might just end up going right into the trap, anyways.
Yeah, we made it clear. Don't fuck with us. That's all I need.
I think what we should do is, if we're gonna stay on the roads,
so who was it? Yeah, I think you said you wanted to look around in the surroundings, didn't you, Feugy?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check. 18. I would say probably with your more knowledge of nature and knowing you're like looking for traps and such, you kind of see things that are a little bit out of place. Looks like possibly ropes. Looks like there's and certain things look like that they're out of place.
Like on the path or off the path?
Off the path. Well, Goose was just looking around. He didn't have anything in specific he was looking for, and unfortunately, he probably just looking for more of just kind of what stuck out.
All right, well, I'll point it out to everybody. He's like, hey, they've got stuff set up over there. I see some ropes and stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to clear it out for the next people or just let them do what they do.
I think it's safe to say we should probably get rid of these bandits now, or at least scare them away so that they move to a different road, as Ane started, because it's obvious that they were trying to use this as bait. So most likely the ambushes are up north, but probably a lot closer to the wagon than we first suspected, based on your observations. And I could see as Goosewaddle maybe not picking up on it until after we figured out that they're kind of lying.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if you guys are okay with, let's follow the trail just slightly, and we keep our couple of us by the cart and a couple of us slightly forward towards the trail of blood, quote unquote, and see if we can lure them out. We just be mindful of any traps on the floor or arrows. And also, we should probably let the rest of the people know in the wagon. Rue's still in the wagon.
Rue's the
Freyja's
only
still in
one
the wagon. Did Freyja, did you jump out?
Yeah, I didn't say that. Sorry, but we were all talking.
That's okay. So
yeah, I was out.
Let's also tell Rue.
Okay. So who's going to, I guess, start making their way and just kind of following the trail?
I'm going to first warn Rue that there's a trap, so to be mindful. And let's decide at that point who's best suited for going into the woods to lure them out. So, Rue, I want to let you know you should probably pop out. There's suspicious activity. You should probably want to see this. It'll be your first time seeing bandits try to steal from us.
Okay. And I will close the cipher I was working on and head out.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So I guess who's, I guess, quote unquote, following this trail or whatever?
I
guess
will
I
stay
will,
with the
since
wagon.
Since I noticed the ropes and know kind of where they are, I'll go.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Any-
not particularly great in the woods, so I guess I'll stay by the wagon.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I think those with range should stay by the wagon, ideally, because that way you can deter them from getting closer to the wagon.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with Pazuzu.
Okay.
Freyja?
All right.
Yeah, I'll stay at the wagon.
Okay, so
I will stay at the
basically,
wagon.
the melee people are going out, and the ranged people are staying at the wagon. So basically, you, Pazuzu, by you I mean Harrow, Pazuzu, and Umi are following the trail, while the rest of you are staying at the wagon. Is that what I'm assuming?
I was gonna stay with the wagon, so we just have at least like one tanky-ish person.
Okay.
I'll go with the people out there. I'm following Pazuzu.
Okay. All right. So you three. All right. So as you kind of start making your path, the others kind of, I guess kind of surrounding the wagon, kind of taking a look around and such like that. As you start nearing the north edge of the woods, the edge on the northern side of the path through the woods and such, you hear off in the distance a couple of sharp, shrill whistles. And at that point, you hear some rustling in the trees. And I need you three that went up north to make some Constitution saving throws real quick. Okay. I guess it's because of your beard or whatever. You're not affected, Goose, but the other two start coughing and hacking as these small little pellets are thrown, hit the ground, and then it's like when just big old like smoke coughing clouds and such as you guys are sitting there hacking, coughing. You guys at the wagon notice as soon as that happens, it seems like some ropes to some further trees that were kind of meshed in with vines and such. All of a sudden just go tight, and you watch these people just hurl through the air to like another tree, and and you just hear all this noise of them just kind of, there's a couple that are down to the south, some more up to the north, and then just seem to be getting out of the area.
Away from us?
Yeah, they're going away.
How far away are they?
By the time the ones that are closest to the wagon,
Yeah.
that one has to be 95 plus.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, 95 plus is the closest one. And even then, it's kind of hard to see them, as they're kind of, like I said, they just quickly just hurl through the air, and you probably hear them scurrying down trees further away and just probably running. Probably have somewhere else where they probably going to reconvene and replan stuff, but it seems like this plan has gone south.
I thought they went north.
Aha.
Yeah, I thought that too.
This plan has gone belly up.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I hold my breath.
I definitely don't think we should go after them.
Yeah, no, let's go back.
All right, we head back to the wagon.
I guess just in case. So when they went off, Rue's grand plan was to position Umi somewhere and then just start walking around the cart using mold earth to essentially caltrop the ground in, except for a path that is narrow enough that they have to can only wide enough for Umi to walk through. So that's what they would come back to.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are coming back, hacking, eyes watering for you two. Goose seems to be just fine. That beard must have some kind of that fake beard must have some kind of air purifier in it or something.
So Hesper, my character doesn't actually need to breathe. I can't even drown. Just letting you know.
Well, not needing to breathe and just kind of breathing are two different things, though. I don't know because if it said you do not breathe, not you do not have to breathe, then I would just kind of assume, with how your character works and stuff like that, you're probably trying to play it more natural and stuff.
Yeah.
trying to blend in more, so.
So Cados, are you breathing just for fun currently?
I am coughing just for fun.
It says you can hold your... wait, that's Feugy.
Yeah, that's Feugy. But at the time...
So we felt that if we knew it was coming, we would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I knew it was coming, I could have probably held my breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to breathe, but oh, it feels so good.
But anyways, so seems like whatever plan this was got kind of foiled. Yeah. Probably just taking a guess and such, it seems like more than likely they were without exploring more of like what they've done in the area and stuff like that, because who knows what they've done here. That is completely and totally up to you guys if you want to explore the area more. If you guys are just like, nope, we're just leaving. But it seems like as soon as things were not going her way, he stepped in to bail her out, and then yeah, and then things just kind of went worse for them because wasn't like, oh, okay, well, glad we could have helped, instead of you know, you're up to something. I'm very suspicious of you. I'm gonna smell blood. But anywho,
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess just heading back to the wagon and oh guys, they're gone. Ow! Ow! What the hell?
I'm glad that you actually did something to yourself. I'm sorry.
I thought the earth was flat here.
Yeah.
That one's my bad.
Okay, so I mean,
Feugy's acting skills tonight, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought he. It sounded like he dropped something on his foot or something. So
Yeah, I thought he like kneed the desk or something.
yeah, that's
On some earth.
yeah. Okay, so yeah.
So, Pazuzu, you need healing or something? You good?
I
Do you
think
need
I'm good.
medical attention? Or you just gotta cough it out?
I've just gotta cough it out.
Alright, man.
Yeah, it seems like whatever it was just sent there to. I mean, it obviously obscure because of the smoke, and to halt you guys from going further is basically. So it's basically an escape tool.
Yeah. Well, it seems. Can we tell that it seems like they didn't intend to kill us, just to steal from us at this point, since they left so quickly?
You kind of just get the feeling that, I mean, it's bandits. You probably dealt with them before, They're bandits aren't Skyrim bandits. They're like, I see you, I murder you. No, they're more along the lines of, if they can get the jump on you, they'll take your money, usually leave you with your food and weapons and stuff, because they're not wanting you to die. They're just wanting money and stuff. And usually quick to flee if things are not going their way.
Okay. Well, I think we should. You guys want to just keep going our direction? I mean, that was the whole point, was to scare them off.
Yeah.
That was my
thanks
plan,
for
yes.
All right. Well, Rue, pick up your little traps.
Okay, I'll just
So,
start smoothing it back out.
It smooths back out.
I'm gonna go back into the wagon.
Me too.
Okay.
I'll get back in the driver's seat.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna hold my breath for like a good 10, 15 minutes just to like calm my spasming lungs.
I mean, it's just enough to, it probably only lasts for like a minute's worth of coughing. After that, it quits. It's just enough
Okay.
to, it's just enough to inconvenience you. It wasn't anything deadly or anything like that. It was just more of a means of inconveniencing, and
It takes the breath out of your lungs so you can't just like keep chasing them.
yeah, that too.
Yeah. All
So,
right.
before Rue gets back in the wagon, he would like to take another look around just to make sure everything is in the clear.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. As far as you can tell, looks like nature.
All right, then he will hop back in the wagon.
Okay. Alrighty. As you guys circumvent that combat scenario. Pretty much. As you guys hop back in and start making your way again. Say, let's see here. If that was, yeah, yeah, go ahead and roll me, Umi, since I think you're on lookout. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, just to kind of keep an eye out. And I'm pretty sure you're a little more cautious due to recent events. 2. Everything looks peachy
Maybe
to
not.
you.
Looks great out here, guys. Man, I love
no.
being out in the wild. Sun feels so nice.
I'm gonna take
Fresh
a nap.
air. Might take a little cat nap. You never know.
And this guy having just had sex.
It's
Okay, so as you guys, like I said, it's probably about 3 o'clock when this happened. As you guys continue on for another, 5-ish hours or so, looking around and such. Seems to be pretty calm and such. You do notice, um, like coming towards you at one point, probably not too terribly long after you start back up. You do notice like another wagon coming towards you.
All right, I do the thing like when you see two people on a motorcycle, just put your hand out straight and just to say hello.
Okay, just putting your hands up. As you draw closer and do that, kind of give you a weird look and just kind of wave, and as they continue on, unless somebody else is wanting to do something else.
Do I see them wave?
Yeah, I mean, you're outside on Duck. I don't know. Are you walking down the middle of the road, or are you more on the outside of the road?
Kind of on the outside, kind of nearest the front.
Yeah, it might be a little hard for you to see over the horses.
Oh, well, fine then. I'm not gonna wave back then.
You are like this little tiny 2-foot thing on your maybe 3 foot, so 5 feet. I mean, somebody who's 5 foot, I don't think can see over a horse, can they?
Okay. That's fine.
No.
That's fine. I was just trying to be social and nice.
Not
No,
our thick boys.
I'm asking you a serious question. Is the back of a horse 5 feet, or is it?
Say again.
I think the back of a horse is more like 5.5 to 6 feet tall.
It's a shoulder height. No, depending on the horse, an average horse is probably 4 foot at the shoulders.
What?
But these
Thank
are
you for
thick
describing
boys.
the horse
To the
facts.
shoulders, like I can lean over my horse, like physically today. So it just depends.
Well,
Well,
these are probably a little bit bigger workhorses,
If
so.
these are draft horses, then it'll probably be about like 5 foot. You can see over their back. So
Well, I'm saying you on Duck is probably 5 foot at most, so.
that's fine. Like I said, I was just asking to be sociable. He wasn't actually trying to flag him down. I was just seeing if he saw him wave, he was going to wave too.
Oh, I mean, you can try rolling a perception check and seeing if he did. I mean, I'll let you do that, but.
No, that would just be an awkward thing. It's
Yeah.
not funny now. Go ahead.
Can we
Okay.
please just move on?
Okay.
Like I said, we can just
As
move on. It's not funny now.
As we awkwardly went past each other, giving an awkward wave, I do go, oh yeah, there bandits down there. Be careful.
You kind of hear the holler back. Oh, well, thanks for the warning.
We chased them off, but just in case they're still around.
Okay, well, keep an eye out. And as the wagons, start parting from each other, getting more and more difficult to yell at each other.
What do you think the odds are those are just more bandits?
What'd you say?
What do you think the odds are they're just more bandits?
Oh, that wagon passing?
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry, that was supposed to be like a character voice, but
unless somebody was wanting to take a closer look at the wagon as it was passing, it just kind of looked like a normal wagon. Okay, taking the silence as a no. So as you guys continue on for the the next remainder, like I said, gets pretty close to 8 o'clock as you guys are at this point probably more along the lines navigating by the moonlight and stars and such at this point. But as you guys are, I guess, you gonna look for somewhere to camp for the night, I take it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How far of a ride is it to the town?
You're assuming, looking at that, you probably made it about halfway from the crossroads to Oriskay.
Okay. Then yeah, start looking for a place to camp for the night.
Okay, so, alright, so go ahead and, are you gonna pull the wagon off the road a bit? Are you gonna camp next to the side of the road? What are you thinking?
We should find a spot with a little bit of cover.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and roll me a perception check, whoever's heading up, trying to find out of you that are not inside this wagon that's covered and stuff.
I don't know what your perception is, but I can assist if you have anything better than a 0.
I do have better than a 0.
All right, there you go.
Pretty easy to get better than a 0.
Listen.
16, it takes you a little bit, and you're leading the wagon off the road. It's getting a little rough. Managed to find like a small kind of cluster of trees and such. Oh yeah, I forgot. It was rainy today, so you guys are riding around in the rain. I forgot about that.
You mean I can't take a cat nap in the sun? Sad.
No, it was technically rainy today.
Why you bring it up? I do remember you saying that.
Sure. Huh?
Now you've brought it up. I do remember you saying that.
Yeah. So as you kind of find this clearing, it's like I said, it's been kind of a crappy day. It's not one of those torrential downpours or anything like that. It's just kind of a constant, slow, light, annoying rain. So you kind of find like a little area of trees that is just kind of camp in for the night. What are you guys doing?
I can take the
camp in
first
for the
watch.
night. I'll take the
Okay.
next one.
Okay. Whoever's been taking care of the babies or whatever, go ahead and roll me or the baby, I should say. Go ahead and roll me an animal handling check.
Let's see. So Feugy's been driving. That can fall to me if you want.
Yes, please.
Okay. So animal handling. Oh, Jesus.
9 seems to be a little fussy with trying to drink with what you're trying to give it. It's been all day.
Doing my best. Not having the rolls tonight, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So as you guys go ahead and prepare for the night. Like I said, the first one's going to Cados. Second one's Aster. Who's taking the last one?
I'll take the last one.
Okay. So as you guys do your usual, getting ready for bed and so setting up camp and such. I'm guessing the ones who are not on watch are going to sleep inside the wagon, kind of keep out of the rain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rue will probably sleep in the rain just for his own personal preference.
Okay.
Free
That's
shower.
perfect. Okay, so go ahead and roll me a perception check there.
So I want to try to, since it's raining, I'm going to be focusing on listening for changes in the rain as opposed to looking.
Okay.
So I'll be doing this watch with my eyes closed, kind of in a meditative state, but honing in on listening for changes if anything comes closer to us.
Okay.
Some Daredevil shit.
Sounds like it. 14. Okay, so as you're sitting there, it doesn't sound like anything. I mean, it doesn't seem like anything's moving about. You hear the occasional. I would say also it's probably kind of a little hard to start a fire, but I'm assuming you guys probably did get one going. But as you kind of listening there, the crackling in the fire, is it still kind of going a little bit, and the pattering of slight raindrops on leaves and tree, branches and grass and such. Doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary for you.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that's I'll continue my watch then until it's over.
Okay. Number 2.
Yeah. What's Saying the owl status?
Here present?
Yeah. I'm going to do my owl vision.
Okay. So you just kind of perch it up in one of the tree branches and owl vision it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll allow that. Otherwise, you'd probably be rolling at disadvantage because,
No dark
normal
vision.
eyes. Yeah, normal eyes.
Yep. So yeah, perch somewhere high. Dark vision, 120 feet. And I have keen sight.
Owls have a dark vision of 120? I thought it was only 60.
It says 120.
Shit. Never mind then. Owls are drow. Got it.
Yeah. So let me advantage perception.
Okay, 17. Okay. So is Sayne's just kind of sitting up there on top of the tree, just kind of like looking around occasionally, head rotating around. Hopefully my microphone picked that up with the actual head rotating. Because sometimes it doesn't do that for some odd reason. But anyways.
I'm still learning quirks about my own microphone, Hesper. Okay.
Yeah. So, looking around, doesn't seem like anything's out of the ordinary here. Don't notice any movement or anything like that from its position. Seems like you're going to have a pretty easy watch going on here.
Yeah. I think I just got my book open. I'm like doodling sutra during other downtime, I guess.
Oh, popping in every once in a while and just taking a look and yeah. All right, yours comes to a close, Umi. $14, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so as you seem to keep an eye out, as you're watching, you look off towards the east after a while, like I said, probably during your shift, the rain seems to have subsided. So you look off towards the east and you see some light start coming from that direction as the break of day comes partial, towards the end of your watch as you guys get through your long rest there and no worse for wear.
All right, Hesper, I need a weather forecast.
I was waiting.
Weather forecast. Muggy because it just rained and it looks like it's going to be hot and sunny.
I let everybody know. Get out their shorts.
I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
Freyja changes into her light fancy clothes. I don't know.
Well, I thought the
Shrugs
ones you
off a
bought
shawl.
I was gonna say I thought the ones you were wearing were already pretty light fabric, especially compared to where you came from. But anyways, as you guys, I guess, get ready and pack up the wagon and stuff. Somebody want to roll me a D100 today?
I want to roll it.
Okay, roll me a D100. 35. Okay. As you decide to check in on the cub creature, not looking too hot. Still alive, but seems to be very lethargic, very sluggish.
Is it doing any I guess activity or have any behaviors indicative of like needing something? Is it like I don't know, is it like pawing at anything or
Go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
Okay.
21. Yeah, I'd say looking at it and such, it seems to be becoming more and more over time, probably malnourished, and just doesn't have the energy.
And we've been feeding it the blood broth, right?
The turkey milk combo thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it, from your animal handling check, it was acting like it was pretty fussy for most of the day. So
Yeah.
all right, still there, but not looking too hot.
Oh, what did
I'd
we
like
end
to
up doing with
assist
the
Anae.
other one? What did we do with the other one that ended up passing away?
You buried it back at the crossroads.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Anae, do you need help with feeding him this morning?
Yeah, I could
can
use
help you.
help. I could use the help.
I'll hold the little baby and lift up its little jaw so it can try to suckle on the bottle or the
Okay.
whatever
You want
thing
to
that
each
we're
roll
using.
one?
No, I can give you advantage because you're way better at animal handling. I'll just help hold the baby.
Okay. Kaboom. Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god.
It's being very, very finicky every time. We'll just go ahead and just use this one roll for the whole day. It's being very finicky. The occasional time that you think it does okay, you think it's going to start drinking. It seems to start and then seems to get what's the word? Yeah, I guess it's asphyxiated.
I don't think that's the word you're trying to say, but I understand what you're trying to say. It's more like it's coughing, like it's not wanting to feed. Because asphyxiated would be if they're already dead.
Colicking is one of them while it's eating. It's choking in a way.
Yeah.
Asphyxiating, is it suffocating?
Well, I mean,
I thought a colicking baby is just like a baby that screams all the time.
well, you know, like I said, I'm just talking about ways of animals and stuff like that. And I know cats.
Are you thinking aspirating?
Yes, aspirating. That's what.
Yeah, like the fluids in the lungs. Okay.
Yeah. So it kind of lets out kind of like a little bit of animally
milk down the nose.
Coughs.
That's not good. When babies aspirate, it's not good at all.
No. I know it's supposed to be a common thing for kittens and stuff. But anywho, all right. So who's driving and who's watching? And I guess everybody else is riding except for the Mr. Goose.
Well, Goose, since like that last thing, he's extra paranoid in his surroundings, so he's keeping like constant watch for anything on the out of the ordinary on the edges.
Okay. All right. Well, if everybody can, go ahead and mark off a ration.
Okay. I think Ane is spending extra time and care with the remaining baby.
Okay. Alrighty. So, as you guys, well, like I said, who's driving and who's on lookout duty?
I guess I'm driving again.
Okay, who wants to be on lookout duty?
I can be on lookout duty. Oh, go ahead, Khaleesi. Go ahead, Freyja.
Well, if you have better perception, probably be better for you. I have 1.
I think I have a 1 too, so you go for it.
Okay, I'll do it. I haven't rolled yet, so maybe it's my turn to roll that.
Maybe you had the luck.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I'm done rolling.
We're just gonna stay in the wagon and keep working on his little decipher.
Okay. Yeah, you worked on it yesterday. I forgot about that. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check for yesterday. Dude, I mean, it was a rough day. The wagon was bouncing around. You know, worrying about
Rain is distracting.
Rain, yeah, going hitting the top of the canvas top. The bouncing of the wagon, bouncing around on the road. It's hard to focus. All right. So as you guys prepare to head off, animal handling for driver, perception for keeping an eye out, as you guys are going at a normal pace, if I remember right.
Oh no! It's going from bad to worse.
Okay, you have a hard time. It's like the horses almost don't want to go today, but eventually you manage to coax them. It takes you probably about a good 30 minutes to get them actually going, though. So about probably 30 minutes back behind where you probably wanted to be on, getting out on the road and such. Freyja looking around, seems like a hot day. You're sitting there like having to wipe the sweat off. Pazuzu there sweating. Is like I said, the heat and the humidity from the rain and just gross out. And it's kind of one of those days where it's not very breezy either. So it's like it'd be nice if there was a breeze going through, but no current breeze. So it's just kind of like it's just a very gross day.
It ain't much, but I'm gonna cast Druidcraft to make a small breeze on me.
Okay, so using Druidcraft to essentially create like one of those little truck fans that are like sitting there and just kind of okay. So using Druidcraft to cool yourself off.
Freyja scoots a little closer just to get a little bit of that breeze action.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll aim one at her every once in a while.
Okay. So
Okay, thank you.
You guys are riding through. Meanwhile, the rest of you in the back of the wagon are just like, probably opened up that one flap to hopefully get some of that, horse walking breeze going through the one side that you guys put the canvas on, but and maybe pushed up the top on the roof, but other than that, it's miserable. Yeah. And Goose, your chin's very itchy.
My chin is itchy?
Yeah, like, right around in here, You know how it is. You get humid, you have something, like fake hair on your face. It gets very itchy because you're sweating and stuff. And
Okay. I scratch.
yeah, no, I'm just telling you. You're probably also uncomfortable. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm just painting the scene here of what you guys are.
Roll for scratch, Bubba.
Overnight,
natural one. You put your eye out.
Overnight, you've grown a skin tag. Please roll 1d20 for amount of millimeters.
Oh no.
Anyways, as you guys continue on your way to Oriskay, and doesn't seem like anything too much out of the ordinary. Road traffic's a little light. As you guys progress through the day, like I said, you guys kind of left in the morning. As it kind of approaches about the 8-hour mark on your travel, you guys aren't quite there yet. So the question is, do you guys want to camp or do you guys want to risk an exhaustion and push on?
I mean,
how close are we?
I mean, you were assuming it would be about 2 days from the crossroads, but it seems like you weren't quite there. So maybe within the next hour or so, you're assuming?
What time is it now?
If you guys left probably about, if you guys went to bed early enough and left probably about 8 o'clock or so, another 8 hours, we're probably, and stopping and watering and feeding the horses and stuff like that, and the goats that are being pulled in tow behind. Probably pushing maybe 5:30-ish.
so there's still some daylight.
There's daylight, yeah, but you guys have traveled 8 hours. Traveling more incurs exhaustion.
Well, why don't we take a short rest
For
and then
us
we
or
try
our
to finish it up?
animals?
Well, it's not a short rest. It'd be a long rest, and it's for everyone. It's for you guys and the animals.
I'd rather not
But-
put our animals at risk, but
Well, I'd say probably the only one I wouldn't have to worry about is probably the baby because it wasn't really doing anything. But all the other ones
Yeah,
were
it's just
walking. You
chilling.
guys were just kind of, the uncomforts of travel. It's kind of like if you've been stuck in the car for a long time. The baby's usually fine because it sleeps 90% of the time, anyways.
yeah.
But
I
it's just
want to travel with you with babies then. Holy
Hey.
crap.
Hey, I'm just going off of my parents' experience, and I slept like 99% of the time, apparently.
Damn, you're a nice baby, man.
I was.
I mean, days old though. Yeah, I'd say they probably do sleep. It's probably sleeping a lot. Teething? No.
Anyways, so that's
Well,
up
let's
to you
just
guys.
at camp then, because I think since
Yeah.
it's kind of unknown, and my suggestion of a short rest was we were supposed to rest a little bit and then kind of gauge where we're at. But if it's gonna be, it has to be a long rest, then let's just take a long rest.
Well, that's that's just for the travel thing, and like I said, you're assuming it's an hour or less to get to town, so it wouldn't be.
Hence, yeah, that's why I was suggesting a short rest. If there's only 1 hour left, but let's just take a long rest.
That's completely and totally up to you guys if you guys want to. Like I said, yeah, it's up. I mean, it's up to you guys if you guys want to take a rest. Like I said, though, the town's not that far away. Plus, when you take a long rest, you get rid of exhaustion if you get one. So
Yeah, if we think it's only an hour or so, we can just hit up inn once we get to town.
Yeah, we can be exhausted for an hour. Let's just go forward.
Yep, I say push on.
okay. So I need everybody. Let me just double check because I think it's like a DC 10. It's not a very hard one, but I need Constitution saving throws.
Why?
Let's see here. I'm just trying to check. I can't find it real quick, so okay. Anais finds. Okay. Freyja and Pazuzu both have a level of exhaustion.
Guys, my ass is killing me. Somebody else has to take over driving.
Well, like I said, so as you guys proceed on towards the, like I said, the town of Oriskay, as you kind of start seeing the outlines of the building in the distance. You guys then. Oh, I guess Harrow has exhaustion too.
Sorry. Yeah,
It's
sorry. I
alright.
was catching the cat, so I just want to make sure I roll too.
Yep.
Sounds exhausting.
Pretty much. So those of you
Yeah.
that did, you guys have disadvantage on ability checks. And that does also include disadvantage on initiative checks. But anyways, so you guys proceed towards getting towards the outskirts of Oriskay. You guys notice, it's not very hard to notice with Pazuzu and Freyja up in the front. Though at the beginning you just think it's your eyes playing tricks on you, but then kind of notice seems like there's people and they're running towards you.
Hey, Pazuzu, smacking him on the arm. You see that, right?
Yeah, they must have heard we ran off the bandits and they're coming to congratulate us.
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
And what else could it be?
Okay, so all right, so as you guys start approaching the town,
Wait, Freyja. Maybe we're just tired. Maybe we should let everybody else know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Hey, guys. I think somebody's coming to welcome us, but I just don't know.
Okay.
So tired.
So what are the rest of you doing?
Looking my head out.
Yeah, I look outside if I'm able.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys kind of look through the curtain or whatever and look out. As you guys are approaching these people who are running, the closer you get to them, you notice, especially those who are not exhausted, it's easier to notice a little bit further away, but as they start getting closer, you notice some of them look hurt, like there's like cuts and bleeding. They look terrified and like they're running away from something.
Oh my god, let me guess. More pig's blood.
You don't know. And it's not a small little group, too. It's a pretty decent sized group of people. There's like families, mothers like, pulling kids that are big enough to walk and carrying ones that aren't. And, just.
Hey,
crazy.
Sayanine. Go see what's scaring them. And I
Okay.
let it go off and I'll
Yeah.
check on it with Beast Eye or whatever in a sec.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, as you kind of do that and you kind of look off in the distance and kind of see smoke kind of seem to be bellowing from the town.
Okay.
Even
Man,
before that.
I'm so tired. I just wanted to get a room at the inn, tie up these horses. Now we gotta deal with this shit.
It just never ends.
So what are you guys doing? Are
How far away is this group of people? Like, how long will it take them to get to us if we stop?
Well, like I said, when you can start telling and looking at this stuff, they're pretty close at this point to being able to tell exactly what's going on, being able to see their faces and stuff. Already.
Okay, I stopped the wagon.
Okay.
and then I'm just gonna wait for them to get to us. I don't want to go closer. I don't want to go closer to the smoke.
Well, like I said, there's people, like there's more and some in the front, more towards the back. They just go around your wagon and they just keep running.
Hey! What's going on? What's going on?
Where's the fire?
As one of them's approaching, hearing you say this, and he's like, "The town, it's under attack."
By who? By what?
Some weird-looking creatures. Have never seen them before.
Humanoid?
If you call them giant lizard-like things, sure.
No, lizards aren't human.
Yeah, they're answering your question and just kind of running, and they kind of in this mode of preserving themselves.
Goose looks at everybody in the group and goes, these guys look like they know where they're going. I think we should follow them.
What are you guys doing?
We're still inside working on his little book, so
I'll pull out my great sword.
Okay. Well, the town's still a decent ways away. I mean, you could keep going with the horses and get to like more of the outskirts of town before hopping off and running.
Okay.
But that's up to you guys. Whatever you want to do.
All right, guys. I guess we gotta go kill some lizard folk.
Okay. Taking the wagon closer?
Not too close.
Well, I meant the outskirts of town. Like I said, it's still a couple hundred, feet away. At best, like maybe maybe more close to maybe like half a mile to a half mile, somewhere around in there, away. All right. So as you proceed to bring the cart to the outskirts of town, I'm assuming everybody's getting out of the cart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And following the path of panic, I take it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez. More giant reptiles, huh? Thought I left that behind. Right, Umi?
Yeah.
Goosewaddle looks at the group as he's slowly following and goes, in terms of self-preservation in life, this just seems like the opposite of what we should be doing right now.
How he says that, Roos is going to be like, have you ever seen a giant lizard?
I have not. And that's why
Neither have I, which is why I'm going.
Aren't you technically a giant lizard? No, you're
No,
a
I'm
gnome.
not.
Silly me.
Anyways, all right. So as you guys start following the path of chaos and panicking people, heading more towards the central part of town. As you guys get closer, you notice must be some fighting or something going on further into town. As you guys do, you notice some Stadero seem to dart behind a building.
A
Following
what
them?
now?
The guard.
The military.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the National Guard kind of thing. Okay.
And
Yeah.
at that point, then Roos is like, okay, never mind. We've been in jail enough times. Lizards aren't that important. And I'm going to start turning around.
Okay. Anybody stopping him, or is he going back to the wagon and the rest of you are going to deal with this?
I'll gently grab Rue's shoulder and say, let's give it a chance. Maybe they'll treat us better if we save them. But if they treat us like we did this as well, this is the last time I'm going to talk to guards again.
Wait, do I still have a medical bracelet on?
I mean, it's under your like coat sleeve or whatever, but yeah.
I raise my hand up and I go, "Speak for yourself."
Oh, Goosewaddle, do you want me to take that off you?
I would love that if I don't get arrested for it. If somebody comes looking.
Is it only applicable for real style though?
No, it's the entire Preoli coast.
That's kind of messed up.
Yeah. Don't worry, we know.
Yeah, okay. Well, I promise you, Goosewaddle, we'll figure a way to get that off you. But if we do this, we can add it to the list of things that why you're not crazy.
Finally, somebody is recognizing my intelligence and wisdom.
Wait. Our team is walking into a burning town to save it from giant lizards. And success or failure, this is why he's not crazy?
I like the logic.
I was trying to make it seem better, man. It's called rallying up the team.
I mean, if we're being honest, we didn't even walk into the town. We're choosing it as a back setting for us to have a conversation on if Goosewaddle is crazy or not. So he just gestures to everyone.
Okay.
Adds to the drama.
I mean, yeah, we got to figure this out first before we can go save people.
We're kind of tired.
Time's ticking. What are you guys doing?
Okay, should we find a guard and kind of make contact with them before we go attack?
Yeah, I think we should at least acknowledge the fact that we are not people we're trying to help, that we're not actually creating the attack.
So let's ask them if they want us to assist them?
Yeah, that way they don't blame us or accuse us of
glory seeking?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. So as you guys kind of follow the direction that you saw these pair of guards run in, seems to duck back behind one of the houses. Let's see here. As you do, you notice kind of huddled back here, there seems to be, an upper ranked like captain and a couple of normal ones and some militia. One of them is tending to, looks like the cat, like you've seen kind of close to this guard before, the captain's garb. Kind of probably close to probably about his 30s or so, human. He's sitting there, he's like, bind the wound, don't stuff it, you idiots. He kind of looks over and he's like, he looks over towards you guys as you guys kind of come into view. You capable with a sword? You capable with a sword or something? You're capable of fighting? If so, 50 gold per fin on these dastard damned creatures.
Upon hearing that, Goose goes, did you say gold? Let's go, come on, guys, what are you waiting for? People are in danger here, come on!
Wait, first, Captain. Just making sure you're asking us for help, right?
Can we get that in writing?
I kind of don't have writing I kind of in the middle
news,
of
I do. Here you go.
We have witnesses. Oh yeah. Sign it.
Trust us, we need this.
As that's happening, looks like one of the guards is looking around the corner, and you just hear an arrow kind of strikes him in the head, and he kind of flops dead on the ground. He's like, "Think we have a little bit more pressing matters than that."
All right, guys. He's telling us to do this, so let's go.
Are there any other guards as a witness that he's telling us?
Yeah, there's like 5 others.
All right.
Okay, just covering our bases here.
Yeah, I know.
You did this, Hesper.
I know.
Hey guys, we better hurry before these guards die, because I mean, then who's going to give us the 50 gold? I mean,
we need to hurry before all the guards that were witnessing this die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, the person that got shot, how tall was he?
Like I said, pretty average height human.
Okay, well, we need to crouch because they're looking for, and I point to bodies, those heights. So let's crouch so we avoid the arrows as we make ourselves look smaller and get to another cover.
Like I said, you guys are kind of on a south side of a building. You guys will see here in a moment. I'll let you guys kind of position yourselves where you want to be once I get all the tokens out here. But you guys are kind of on the south side of a building. There's a wall that kind of runs on the east side that goes south a little bit. And that one guy was peeking around the corner of this wall. You'll see here in a moment.
Anybody have any kind of energizing potion for the few of us? Because we're lagging here.
Does Cure Wounds cover exhaustion?
Nope. Exhaustion, if I remember right, through spells is only via greater restoration.
Okay, well, I'll try my best, guys, but don't expect a lot.
The only thing that you have disadvantage on is ability checks.
Okay, so fighting and stuff and spells, we're good.
Yeah, ability checks, which includes initiative, but other than that,
okay.
Like if you're trying to perceive stuff and such, that's the only exhaustion that you have.
Your adrenaline is pumping.
Okay, well, I'm gonna propose Goosewaddle. Can you please look out? You're the smallest. I need you to check to see what's going on the wall over there. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Nate. Go ahead.
I was going to say,
literally stick your neck out for us.
Okay, well, I'm getting this set up.
Sorry, Nate. What were you gonna say?
Before we get started in combat, I can probably pre-guidance someone.
I think it only lasts a minute.
Yeah, but like right before we get started, like it could.
Yeah.
That would help for initiative roll, right? Or no?
Yeah, I think guidance can work for initiative because it's an ability check. Yeah. But anyways, I need you guys to kind of position yourself in that bottom left corner where you guys kind of want to be. I don't know if Goose is riding duck or not.
Hang on. I got like everybody's icons taking up half my screen.
Are you referring to like profile pictures or whatever?
20. Yeah, they're like ginormous.
Corner.
Do you know how to make those smaller?
Yeah, you go over to your display. I believe it's known as audio and video. No.
Why does like each one of these tabs only have like one option in it?
What do you mean?
I don't think I'm getting the full list of things. There's like no options.
I'm not in the front. I'm like I'm back here. Like,
Oh, if you go to audio and video display, your player video avatar size, you can make it smaller names only.
Yeah, I have it at names
that's
only.
What you want.
That's
it.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
They are freaking huge.
Yeah, they've changed it, and I don't know where everything is, but yeah, if you guys want to position yourselves down in that bottom corner where you want to be.
Hey, I think I took a nap somewhere.
Oh shit! Did I miss you? There you go, Feugy.
Can I help you with something? Sorry, not you. The cat.
Oh.
Of course. You said the left corner, so over here?
Wait a sec. Are these troglodytes?
I don't know, maybe. But yeah, there's this bottom corner is basically of the map is kind of where I'm talking about you guys positioning yourself. You guys are tucked back behind the building and and behind this wall.
Okay, so the guy who got shot in the head, is it this dude or who got shot in the head? Where did he get shot at?
He got shot like right here.
Okay,
At that.
Okay, so that's a right corner.
Come on.
Sorry, go ahead.
You want Goose to stick his neck out?
Yeah, his little goose
Well,
neck.
you're small.
Are you riding duck or are you dismounted?
Nuh-uh.
Why are there two of me?
Dismounting,
Aw.
like,
That
I am
must be what
crawling
happened.
around Duck and like looking around. I'm crawling on the ground, barely peeking my eyes out to see if I can get a look, real quick.
Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and put you. Okay. So as you get prone, I'll worry about that later, and start looking around and such out in the alley. Like I said, you notice. Like I said, probably what shot this guy. Kind of up on the roof. You're kind of looking around, trying to get a situation. Not too much that you can see out of this alley. Give me a second here. Let's see.
Let people know what I see.
Let me make sure I got this set up right. Yep, I'll use Whisper. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure 7 misses. Is you basically watch an arrow go flying right in front of you as you kind of like see this. Yeah. As
Oh,
you're trying to crawl and take a look, and this arrow goes flying across from you. It probably lands like 30, 40 feet south of where you're currently at. I'm assuming as you start to crawl back, and you're like, nope, 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 nope.
May I cast guidance on Freyja to help her with her initiative?
Well, when we get to the, I'm just trying to see if anybody else pre-games anything. So that was your pre-game thing, Goose. You're gonna.
To that, I hop back up on Doc.
Okay, give me a second here.
Falcor's so cute.
There we go.
As Rue's pre-gaming, he's like, okay, I guess we're doing this. Umi, come here for a second, and I am going to cast a magic weapon on Umi.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Should get like cool stone spikes or something.
Boy, get off the keyboard.
No.
Is magic weapon concentration? Yeah, it is.
It is.
Okay, so you are concentrating. Let's see here.
I checked my box for magic weapons, so.
All right, we'll give you the hand grenade for magic weapon.
What are you doing? Why are you such a butthole?
Okay.
You want me to go grab him?
No, he's fine.
Okay.
He's just trying to knock. Yeah, he's coming.
So who are you casting guidance on,
Freyja.
Master? Freyja? Okay.
So I'm gonna slap myself awake and cast guidance on myself.
Okay. Those are your two things. Freyja, Harrow, Umi, anything you're doing pre-game before we get going in the combat here?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Alrighty. Then I
Oh,
need...
sorry. I'm going to put my greatsword on fire with my blood.
Okay, bonus action. Go ahead, take your damage. Okay, you take 2 points of damage, and we'll give you... we'll give you the orange dot. Okay, so your sword's on fire. Umi has magic weapon. Freyja's not doing anything. Umi's not doing anything. Okay, so I'm just...
technically concentrating, but I guess only till initiative, so...
Yeah, that's why I'm not worrying about putting it up, because it's going to be used up here pretty soon. All right.
Wait, so I'll roll disadvantage initiative, but then the D4, right?
Then you roll a D4 and I'll add that to it. Yes. Okay. Let me get rid of the bandit stats because I don't need bandits here. All right, and turn order. All right, go ahead and start rolling your initiatives. Okay, so I need to add
sorry.
Lonnie, yeah, you needed to roll a disadvantage.
No, Lonnie succeeded.
Oh, wait. You're right. Just kidding.
Wait,
Yeah.
what just happened
What do you mean, what just happened?
with my roll?
My roll looks weird. 2 GM rolling, and then it does 21.
Yeah, that's how we're doing initiative.
Okay.
You click on your character, and then it gives you like a little option by your mouse cursor to roll
I did that.
initiative at advantage. Okay.
But I did disadvantage, but it added the 4.
Yeah, it's supposed to add your proficiency bonus.
Oh, I'm so tired.
okay.
Like in real life. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it adds your dexterity, and you get half your proficiency bonus because of what you are and
I'm
stuff.
sorry, Aster. Don't look like that. I'm exhausted. I have like a newborn baby I'm taking care of, basically. Okay, so I'm 13. That's what I rolled. Okay. With the D4.
Okay, and then Pazuzu. Just need to find him real quick. 9.
A 9 plus 1.
Okay. What the? Why is there? Oh, crap. Okay, so I think I realized exactly what's going on here. So it has the old because I never cleared cache. That's what happened.
You want us to reroll?
No, I had to just empty out the beginning. So 14, that rolled a 13, you're a 12. Rue's a 2. Pazuzu's a 10. That rolled an 11. 21 on Goose, 23 on Aster, and 13 on that butthead. Okay, so let me go ahead and descending. Okay, so
You gave me 12, and I think I'm 13, aren't I? I rolled a 10 plus 3.
Oh.
Not that it matters much, but you know.
There.
Thank you.
Well, I guess it did because I think the dexterity changes it. Give me one quick second here, real quick. Okay, so looking at initiative here, looks like we're starting out with an A, then Goose, then Harrow, then Freyja, then Creature, Pazuzu, and then Rue. Am I missing somebody?
Yeah, me.
Okay, let me see what you rolled.
Me.
I rolled 17.
She rolled
I
a
forgot to select my
17.
character. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay, maybe that's what.
Lonnie over here just clicking stuff.
Oh, Lonnie,
Sorry.
you did it on your character sheet. Okay, I see what happened. Add turn. Okay, so 17. Descending. Okay, so now it's Ane, Goose, Umi, Harrow, Monster. Wait, Okay. Monster, Freyja monster.
Monster's all the way
Pazuzu,
down.
Why
Yeah.
did Freyja go down?
I don't know. I'm not arguing with it. All right. Okie dokie. So, Ane, you are up first.
How far can shoot longbow?
How far can you shoot longbow? Your longbow? It should tell you on your.
Where does it tell me? Because I don't see it. I was looking.
Give me a second here. That's the wrong one. Your character. Okay. Unfortunately, you have to open it up, but it's 150 or 600 at if it's over 150, it's disadvantage up to 600 feet.
Okay.
But you can do 150.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of round this corner right here and shoot this man with me longbow.
Alrighty.
So it's going to go something like this.
Okay, let me get down here. Okay, 11 just hits as your arrow goes flying and slams into his side, this creature's side, as it looks like it's going to start, or it looks like it just got done scavenging this stuff on the south side of the building as it's holding on to stuff and just doesn't choke. That's me choking.
Oh, stop it.
I was about to say, wow.
It's bad for your health, Hesper.
I mean, maybe it is choking, because maybe you kind of pierced its lung a little bit. I don't know. Alright. Anything else you doing?
I'm trying to remember if I have a bonus action. I don't think I do in this character.
You do if you like melee, not really ranged.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm good.
You got, I think you got bonus action Step of the Wind.
Nah.
Or bonus action Dodge action. But I think the dodge requires a key point.
I think I'm good. Maybe I'll move back here. I'll just do some cover fire.
Okay. Alrighty. So that is an A. Goose and the duck.
Goose wants to. He's gonna move to this corner and call it a day.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
He's calling it a day.
Calling it a day?
Yeah, because I just picked. I can't really attack without. I mean, I guess I could do a pop shot real quick before I move. I'm gonna pop shot him at disadvantage. So I'm gonna go right here, and then I'm gonna move up to here. So I'm gonna pop shot this dude at disadvantage.
Why is that disadvantage?
Because I only have a range of 80, and then my closest I can get is within 85 feet.
Oh,
It's a crossbow. That's why I was doing my measurements, so I can only shoot him at disadvantage.
That's fine. I mean, it's something, you know. I mean, you know what his armor class is because Aster just hit it. Yeah, 21 will definitely do it. So you go riding by with your crossbow and you're like, yeah! Shoot the crossbow. And like whatever it's carrying like fell and like crushed onto its head.
Yep, and then I'm gonna go back up here and be done.
Alrighty. Umi.
Okay. I don't think I'm on the rage just yet. I just want to use my action to sprint and use all my movement to get close to all those big bads.
Okay. I mean, are you guys just looking at these ones on the south side of the building? Because there's a whole bunch more on the north side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the north side of that big orange building, if you scroll up, you'll see a whole bunch of them up there too.
Okay. That's still pretty far from me.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just telling you. Wasn't sure which way you were planning on going about things.
Okay, so I can move 70, so I'll just move 70 feet north.
Well, you can't go directly through the house, and that's a wall, so you'd have to climb the wall.
Okay. I guess I will climb the wall.
Okay. The wall's unfortunately going to slow you down. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check real quick.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Okay, 15, yeah, easy enough. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I would say to get on the other side of the wall there, that'd be about 25 feet of your movement.
Okay, and then I'll just use the rest to go north.
Okay. So
Uh,
I think that's 35 plus another 10 for a total of 45.
yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Harrow.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do the same, but since I have spider walk, how do you want me to?
You
I
just
hop
walk up
over
the
wall?
wall. You just
Walk
walk up
up
the
the
wall.
wall.
All right, you
Yep,
don't have to
walk
show
up the
off.
wall.
So that's going to be 5, 10. Yeah. I mean, you still got to count. So that'd be 15 where you're at. Because you still
Okay,
got to
15. All right.
constitute going up the wall. So.
Okay, so I could still be close to where Umi is then, right? So I'm dashing, but I have less
yeah.
movement speed, so I would be like.
Do you? I thought you had 35 as well.
I thought I had 30. Let me double check.
I'm pretty sure both you and Umi have
Oh,
35.
I have 35. Yeah. I have 35. My bad. So yeah, I'll just be
So that's 15. So you got 20 plus an extra 35.
All right, I'm gonna be there.
Okay.
End my turn.
Okay. All right. It is these guys' turn. Okay. These, you can't really see them too well up in the front. Yeah, you can't either. These here on the side kind of look at the dead one. And kind of saw where that came from. I'm gonna say think. Give me a second here. I'm just checking. Okay. Now, why did I do that? Okay. Yeah, they're
Did you
just.
accidentally move him as her? No.
I closed out the monster stat block. It's like, why did I do that? Because I'm an idiot. But yeah, as far as you guys can tell, that's about all that's going on there. Okay, next monster. I think do I have? No, I got 3 of these guys. It looks like. Yeah. Okay. Can't see anything. Can't see anything. Yeah, he's about the only one who could see something. So it's either Umi or Goose. Umi or Goose. Well, there's the bog. Yeah, he's gonna go for the easy shot, and that's gonna be Umi. So as he pulls out his longbow and just starts pulling his arrow out. That is going to be a 20 to hit.
Yep.
Yeah. Shoot. Give me a quick second here. I must be somewhere else. Anyways, let's see here. Yeah. Okay. So he's going to shoot you. He only has the one. So yeah, you're going to take 6 points of damage.
6?
6.
Okay.
And that will be the end of their turn. Oh, god damn it. You know what? I forgot. Give me a second here. Because, somebody forgot to put all the guards on their, initiative.
Oh yeah,
so,
the turn order.
Yeah, so, give me a second here to figure out where these guys go. Okay. Let's see here. So that's a 13. He'll just go after Freyja then. The captain's a 10. I'll just have him going after Pazuzu. As I go up to Pazuzu. There we go. And 12. So I think he's going to go after it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, like I said, it is Freya's turn. What are you doing?
Okay. How far can I go with this wall?
You
Can I
can
go
try.
like here?
Well, it depends if you try climbing it or not. If you don't, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Yeah, you can make it there in 30.
Okay, one sec. Okay, so I can hit this guy right. Hang on. Right here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not hit. I don't really have anything that hits him. Except for my mind sliver. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. No, wait. Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna mind sliver him, I guess.
Okay. Alrighty. DC
Take that.
14. Intelligence. I think he gets disadvantage on something after that. And subtracted from the next saving throw it makes. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so he rolled a 15, but he has a -2 intelligence modifier.
Nice.
So as he takes 6 foot, as you fire off your mind sliver, kind of grabs his head and he's
Don't choke.
I'm trying not to. Doing anything else? Bonus action?
No, nope. I think that's it.
No inspirations?
Oh God, I'm sorry. I am not on it tonight.
That's all right.
Yeah. Does anybody need it? Like, I know we've been like pumping each other up, but does anybody need inspiration?
That's up to you. It's your call.
I don't know. I think I heard Umi mew when she got hit by that arrow or whatever. So Umi, don't get hit again. Here, have an inspiration.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'll have better inspiration next time, Hesper. Don't worry.
Well, apparently next time you're probably gonna forget because it's gonna be what? Not next. Yeah, so it's gonna be another 2-week gap.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
All right. So if that ends your turn, it's gonna be the militia guard. Okay. Okay, so they'll get there. They can't see anything from there. That's a regular guard, and there's a militia guard. Let's see. You need to check something real quick on him. Yeah, he's gonna move down here. He's not really in a good spot to do any of that. Yeah, that's what I figured. Actually, no, he should be okay to move here. So he's gonna move there, so he doesn't have disadvantage, and he's going to try to shoot that one with his short bow. That's an 11, so as he hits for 7 points of damage. So the arrow goes flying and kind of sticks into him. Okay, and now it's time for the regular guards. Let's see here. What do they have? Yeah. They're both gonna kind of dart around here, trying to dodge arrow fire and stuff. Actually, I think this one's gonna stagger like that. And hopefully they're both in range of something. Yep. Yep. Okay, each one's gonna take a pop shot at the creatures, like crossbow, normal. That's a 20 to hit for 5 points of damage. And that's a natural 1. So the first one fires his crossbow off at the one that you hit. So it lands into it, dealing 5 points of damage. You just kind of watch it like hit its shoulder. It's like the other one, goes to fire his crossbow. I guess they didn't load it right. Goes to fire it. The crossbow goes, bolt goes, just flies out backwards out of the crossbow and like lands like 10 feet behind him. All right, these guys' turn. Let's see here. That's about the only one you guys can see. And I guess, yeah, he would see you guys. What's his? Yep. Okay. So. Yeah, he's going to shift over this way, and he's going to fire at you, Umi.
Okay.
Well, you're the closest thing to him, so
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I'd shoot me too.
that's an 8.
That does not hit.
Okay, yeah, as the arrow goes whizzing past you and clatters down the alley somewhere. And just kind of see here, was there? It was like, yeah, it's gonna go like back this way and just kind of get out of the in case something else decides to go shooting down the alley. All right, Pazuzu.
All right, I am going to. I'm going to start walking up.
Okay.
And as I'm walking up to here, I take on a starry form, start glowing.
Okay.
Hey, can I help you?
We'll put your machine gun on you. Go ahead and mark off one of your wild shapes.
Okay, then I'm going to shoot a guiding bolt at this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to steal some kills.
All right, guiding bolt. Yeah, that definitely hits, and then yeah, just you send out your guiding bolt and goes, just explodes into like a pillar of light, and is the body just gone. I'm guessing your bonus because you get an attack because guessing you're going with arrow.
Yep, going with the arrow. And then I look at this guy, give him a smile, and I wave goodbye to him.
Bye. Boom. All right, let's see your attack. 7. You do this cockily, and it just careens and slams into the back end of this building.
Well,
just leaves this.
In the air, I can tell that no, that was a bad shot, and I'm just gonna think. It's like, come on, just do it. Just a little bit of luck. I can hit it.
Oh, spending a luck point?
Spending a luck point.
Okay, go ahead and spend your luck point then. Six plus 5, it looks like. 3 from wisdom, 2 proficiency. That will just hit. It watches it as it starts going by, and it's like, I'm fine. And it curves around, bam, smacks him right in the back of the head. Takes his head off.
Oh, thank the stars. And that ends my turn.
All right. The other one's like, and just a little shooken, but
And I point at him. Then you're up.
Okay, guard captain's gonna move there. See here. Yeah, it's within range, but okay. Guard captain is holding his action until he has a clear shot to shoot at the creature, because currently right now it's partial cover because of Freyja. All right. Rue.
Okay, Rue is going to start walking, and as he does, he's going to stone up.
Okay.
And 10, 15, 20, 20. He's going to move here, and then he is going to dash.
Okay.
Oh, bad. Sorry.
Do brick walls constitute as not difficult terrain for rocks?
No, because he can't scale up them. So
okay. So I was trying to remember. So that yeah, I think you calculated it out right. It seems about right. I'll go ahead and allow it. All right. So that's your action. I don't think you have bonus action or anything.
I do have bonus actions, but I'm not going to use any right now.
Okay. All right. Top of the round, an A.
Hey. So I'm going to move right here, or hold on. I don't want to give up any. That's a line, right? I'm not.
Yeah, no, that would be fine. The other one went directly through the guard captains went directly through Freyja, so that's why I was saying that should be fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I want to snipe this bad boy.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack roll. 14 will hit for 8 points of damage as your arrow lodges into it, and it kind of lets out. It's just kind of looking around, seems to possibly be a little panicked.
Okay.
What you doing?
I'm good.
Staying there?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
So much for the guard captain shooting. Oh well. All right.
Is he indicating he wants me to move?
I mean, he was aiming his lining up his shot, waiting.
Sorry. So like here, is that okay?
Let me see. Because you were what, here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that should be fine.
Cool.
Okay, so that's 25 feet of your movement. Okay, Goose, it's your turn. What you doing?
I don't know if this really matters. Because of our long rest, I didn't announce that I was changing some of my spells, so I changed some of them around. Is that a big deal?
I mean, as long as you have the right amount, no, that's not an issue.
Yeah. So I took off what I had. So, okay, well, I am going to look at Harrow and say, I'll follow you. I'll follow you. And I'm going to cast Longstrider on her or him. Her.
Let me see here. I'm just making sure that you didn't take off the spells that weren't supposed to be taken off, and yeah, you didn't. Okay.
Wait, what? What did I do?
Oh, I was making sure you didn't take off the ones that said like magical item analysis or battlesmith.
Oh, yeah, I kept all those on.
Yeah, I was just trying to... Okay, for that spell to work, you have to go touch.
That's what I did. I walked up to her.
Okay, okay. All right, so Longstrider. So she has an extra 10 feet of movement.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be like, go get him!
See here. Denote that, I guess, with the boot. Okay, that's your action.
Yeah. And I want to quickly communicate. I want to ask her which way she's planning on going.
Okay. Is she AFK?
Oh, no. Okay, well, whichever way she goes when she comes back, I'm going to use a bit of my movement to kind of head in that direction, because we're kind of teaming up at this point, so I'll just keep track of that whenever she gets back.
Oh. No, she's here. Cados.
Oh, she's here. Cados.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Khaleesi. When you said a name, it cut off, so my apologies.
No, it's you. I put the boot on you, and then I'm just asking you which way you're going.
Boy,
oh, okay. I'm going to be going north. In my turn. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm going to be right there. I'm going to go by Tens and Barrels since I know she's going to be going that way, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Alrighty, Umi?
There you go. I think I'm going to have to dash again. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm going to use all my movement to dash.
Okay. Okay.
What you gonna do? You cannot go that way.
So that's your action. You doing any bonus action, or are you just...
I guess as my bonus action, I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
Or is that's not an action, right?
Yeah, no, rage is a bonus action.
Okay. Alright, cool beans. There he goes. Goodbye.
Okay, there goes your rage. Alright, Harrow.
He's taking the cat back to prison.
Oh.
Okay, so like I planned, I'm gonna move north. Excuse me, Falcor. Let me see. Hold on. Let me. The boots. What effect are they giving me?
It gives you an extra 10 feet of movement. So basically, without dashing, you move 45.
Okay, so then,
You gotta remember, you can't go through buildings.
No, but I can spider walk. I'm not gonna go through buildings, so hold on. Okay, I'm gonna dash, and I'm gonna go over. This would be up to no. Hold on, I don't want to dash. Hold on. 45 feet. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stand here so that I can get the aggro.
Okay.
And then, let's see. Would you allow me to switch to my crossbow? Since no, but then I'm gonna lose my buff. Oh, fuck it. I'm just gonna dash
switch
this
weapons.
thing.
Okay.
And that's gonna end my turn. I don't want to switch weapons.
All right. Closing distance. Okay, so. All right. So as you guys, as you two, Goose really can't see this so much, but as you two kind of get out here, you're noticing that these creatures seem to be grabbing like provisions and stuff, along with what looks like people that lived here in this town, like dead bodies. Some of them look like that they might just be knocked unconscious and they're still alive, but they're just piling these bodies and stuff like that onto these carts.
Wait, they're taking bodies?
Bodies, provisions, whatever they can get their hands on.
Good.
I think this is a whacked out Game of Thrones episode. That's what this is right now.
Yeah.
We got White Walkers coming up, Lizard Walkers.
Yeah, so like I said, they're moving to these wagons, trying to load them up. Oh, I forgot about this butthead back there. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see here. Takes care of those. Yeah, I guess this one's going to close the distance and it's going to... Wait a minute, I need to check something real quick on these guys. Okay. Alright. So, Umi, you're going to get a bite attack and a claw attack. The bite I know definitely misses. The claw's a 19.
Yeah.
Okay, so it lurches forward to try to bite you, and you move out of the way. But as it goes from the bite, it just shifts quickly to a slash and just slashes across the front of your chest. You are going to take 2 points of damage.
Is that
you
halved
are raging.
already? Okay.
That's because you're raging, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Oh yeah, there's this guy back here. Yeah, I'm going to nope. He's like, fuck this shit. He's going to try running away. He's like, these bodies are not worth dragging back to wherever, or at least you guys don't know why he's doing this, but you guys up front don't know that he's running away, but just for context, yeah, he's kind of running away from that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would say you probably noticed like these 3 of them, like I said, carrying supplies and bodies and stuff like that, come out of probably the largest building that's here. Supplies, bodies, whatever. Here.
Have they noticed me at all? Or they're too busy?
Like I said, give me a second here because I got a lot of these little fuckers to move.
No, it's okay.
Give me a
Just do what
second
you were
here.
doing.
I mean, like I said, they kind of run out and looking around, kind of spot you, probably trying to decide if it's, they got to decide between A and B. So we'll see what happens. All right, these guys up on the top. This one's up on the wall. This one's up on the roof. This one's also up here on the roof. Let's see here. Give me a second here. Yep. Without moving. Yeah, without moving. Unfortunately. Harrow, you're going to get shot. Oh, shit, I forgot these guys have multi-attack, so Umi should have gotten attacked an extra time last... Oh, well. Alright, so, Harrow, you're gonna get 6 arrows shot at you.
From where?
These guys up on the roof and the wall.
Okay.
You're the only one who's visible to him. So, let me just do a whole bunch of rolls here, and we'll find out what numbers hit. 5 and 6. Because Umi's too close to the building. Alright, so... You know what? Just tell me your armor class, and I'll find out how many of them hit you.
16.
16? Okay, so that one hits. Miss. 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 Hits. Okay, so only 2 of them hit. So you watch it like, peppering of the wall with arrows is like boo, 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 boo. Watch like one arrow like kind of crash through this like one of the window panes that hadn't been broken out of this building. Let's see here. The 2 that hit, that's going to be 8 points of damage and 7 points of damage. So 15 points of damage total.
Okay.
All right, Freyja.
1 second. Okay, it looks like I can't really do anything as far as hit anybody from where I'm at and running. I'm gonna dash up.
Okay.
And tuck myself behind, is that Goose?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tuck myself behind him for now.
Okay.
Sort of. I'm taller than him, but whatever.
Okay. All right. Let's see here, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. So they're both of these militia guards here up at the north are going to kind of pop out around the corner there. Fire an arrow and then pop back behind cover. That's going to be 2 of these. Okay, that's 7. That's not going to hit. That's nope, neither one of them hit. Lol, worthless guards. And then what is that? One's another militia guard. Yeah, he's going to dash and make his way over here. Let me see here. Give me a second. Probably going to be at disadvantage. Yep. It's going to be disadvantage, but he's going to try to shoot that one that's up there on the roof. That's a big old nope. He's going to do that, and then he's going to tuck back behind. Kind of do the same thing again. Okay, all right, that's better. Okay, so that one actually does hit. And that's going to deal 7 points of damage. All right, so these guys turn. Yep, I did close that out, didn't I? All right, I think that one's going to put away his longbow and yeah, he's going to pull out his spear. Actually, gonna kind of do that, staying within melee range. They're both gonna get advantage. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do 2-handed spears on them. So it's gonna be 2 2-handed spear attacks against you, Lonnie.
Why?
Okay, I'm sure a 19 hits, and a 9 I'm sure does not hit.
Yep.
So one of them goes and... Oh, God. Oh, well, I already rolled it, and I forgot to hit advantage. Oh, well, whatever. Is what it is. Okay, so as one of them goes and tries to jab you with the spear, you manage to, knock it out of the way with your great sword. And the other one just manages to nick you on your side. You're going to take 5 points of damage from that spear. Okay. Wait. Oh, and there, I forgot about that one. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and attack you, Harrow. So, going to go ahead and do spear, two-handed. Natural 20. So he's going to crit you for a total of 9.
Okay.
And this one's going to go here, and this one. Yeah, I think he's just going to pull out his longbow, and he's going to shoot you, Harrow.
Well, then I'm dead if it lands, so. Or I'll be unconscious.
I rolled another natural 20.
Alright, well, I'm unconscious. Unless that automatically makes me dead.
No, it doesn't go past your. It's like it would have to go past half your health, and 3. Yeah, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 doesn't go past what equals half your health. So you are currently unconscious, which means your sword turns off.
Yeah.
So Stiffs, that was supposed to stay. You are unconscious. Your sword goes away. And you are at 0 hit points. Okay. All right. So Pazuzu, it's your turn.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna dash north.
Okay. Yeah, because you have 35 feet of movement too, if I remember
Yeah.
right.
And then I'm guessing I can't see the unconscious.
Nope,
Harrow.
you don't see Harrow. The only one who sees Harrow is Umi.
I guess all I can do is shoot an arrow. What about this guy? I got a clear shot at this guy.
I think your arrow thing's 60 feet.
Yep.
So is that 60 feet? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you can definitely bonus action use your arrow on him. Yeah, you release that and send it flying for 10 points of damage.
How's it going up there?
Okay, he's gonna move there. I think that's less than 100 though, or more than 100. Yeah. So guard captain is gonna have to fire his heavy crossbow at disadvantage. Nope, that's an 8. That's not hitting. This crossbow goes flying off in the middle of nowhere. Okay, Rude, it's your turn.
Okay. So I am gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I am gonna start dashing. 5, 10, 15, 20. Seeing towards Umi, I notice Harrow. 25, 30. I am then going to break concentration on magic weapon as I quicken a spell. I'm going to look at this thing over Harrow and go, "Hey, you're a dick," and cast Compelling View.
Okay, let's see here. So I need to remove the purple. No, not the purple. The purple is the Bardic. I need to remove the hand grenade. Compelled duel is an 11 wisdom. Okay, on the wisdom normal submit. 2. All right, he is compelled to duel you.
Cool. And I've used my movement, so that's my turn.
Okay. Wait, did you say you quicken spell? Because apparently compelled duel is a bonus action?
What?
It says casting time bonus action. What bonus action?
And I just use it as a regular bonus action. I don't use the quicken the meta magic.
Yeah, let me just double check that. That seems weird. I didn't think it was.
Which one are you compelling to do?
The one that's over Harrow. Yeah, it's a bonus action.
So then no meta magic. That thing won't go after Harrow while she's down.
Yeah, let's see here. For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you. So basically, it'd be a flat roll against her.
Yep.
So, all right. An A.
Hello. I would like to move 35 feet this way. And then use my bonus action and a key point to Step of the Wind another 35 feet forward.
You don't need the key point. It's just a bonus action. Look at your Step of the Wind. I did change that. Yeah. It's just a bonus action. So, yeah. So you use your bonus action, move another 35 feet.
Yep, that puts me next to Pazuzu.
Okay.
And let me check something really fast.
Okay.
Okay. Considering target. That would hit Rue, right, if I shot my bow? Or give cover?
I would say it's far enough on the outskirts, it's fine. It's not like it's cutting directly through his token like the other one was.
Okay. I shoot the troglodyte that Umi's character token is facing.
Okay.
Here is my longbow. Right here.
Okay, so your arrow goes flying. It looks pretty hurt. Is it kind of like carves in a good chunk out of its neck?
Yeah, I'm helping.
Well, I think Cados is like, why didn't you shoot the one on the roof that shoots twice? All right, if that's your turn, it's Goosewaddle's turn.
Okay, so who is dueling again?
This one. Wait.
Oh yeah, here I'll just mark it. See here. It's kind of charmed.
Okay, and then other question is, so if I come up here, Harrow in all respectability to me is gone, right?
She's just unconscious. She's not dead.
I'm trying to think if anybody would actually like attack her again.
Well, I mean, it's a Hesper campaign.
Okay, I'm gonna go up there, and Goosewaddle is traumatized that the fact that she is down on the ground after we just had our bonding moment of actually it's like we're gonna do this together. So he's gonna cast Sanctuary on Harrow.
Oh man.
Okay.
And then duck behind his corner again.
Okay, so that's your bonus action. What are you doing as your action?
Well, with that being said, and he knows that this one is compelled to duel, and he has faith in Rue, he is going to shoot this bastard in the face.
Okay.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it just goes whizzing over his head.
So do I shoot once or twice?
It's just once.
All right. As soon as he notices him, he's like, nope, and he goes back.
Okay. Umi, it's your turn.
Okay. I would like to do a attack against the bloodied one.
Okay.
With my great sword. I no longer have
Okay.
magic weapon, right?
No longer have magic weapon.
Okay.
Because Rue casted Compel Duel instead.
So it's an advantage, right? Because no, it's not. Never mind.
Nope.
Never mind. Ignore me. No, please.
Well, hold on. 7. Nope, doesn't hit. Well, even natural ones, yeah, it doesn't hit. You miss.
All right.
Frizzy just kind of ducks underneath it. You know, he's kind of hard to hit. He's kind of woozy from all the blood coming out from where Renee shot him.
He's like stumbling around. Okay, I'm gonna do a Daunting Roar.
Okay, Daunting Roar. It's a bonus action. Let her roar creatures within 10 feet of you. So that's only those 3. Wisdom saving throw. Okay, so let's see here. 8 plus proficient. You probably had a button under your attacks called Daunting Roar. That probably would have given me the DC.
Oh, sorry.
I think you do. Yeah, we'll just ignore the... Okay, so 14 wisdom saving throw. Oh, and I forgot. That's the beginning of your turn. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw real quick.
Bye. Oh, I think okay, never mind.
Yep, you are fine as these creatures smell foul. Like, really, really bad.
What do they smell like?
Just...
Like rotting flesh and corpses?
Like some creature that lives in a rotting toilet.
Ugh.
Yeah, don't they just smell like shit?
Pretty much. Successful saving throw. Okay, so let me see if I can denote this somehow. Umi, you get a trophy. You're immune to their smell now.
Nice. It's like part of my personality traits.
Well, you're immune to their smell for an hour.
Nice. Very cool. I'm good at something.
So I don't have to make you make any more Constitution saving throws. You rolled your one. You rolled good enough. We're all good. Anyways. Right. I need to roll a wisdom save. That is a fail. Wisdom. That is another fail. And that is a third fail. So they are all frightened of you until... Oh, and your Daunting Roar isn't right. It's not supposed to be once per short or long rest. It's the proficiency bonus per long rest. So I need to fix that later. Become frightened. Okay, so I think frightened is... I don't remember which one of these is frightened. Oh, I think that's it. There we go. Disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls while sorcerer. Okay, so... And this is until the end of your next turn. Okay. Okay, so these guys are all frightened for the remainder of a turn. All right, if that ends your turn, Harrow, it's your turn. We need death saving throws. Harrow, you pop back the 1 health.
Oh my god!
You're awake on the ground. This creature's staring at you and can't decide if it's going to stab you or go stab your compatriot that you kind of look up as above you. You're kind of glimmering in a weird light as you're currently laying on the ground. What would you like to do with your turn?
Would you allow me to drink a potion as a bonus action?
I think, yeah, I think we decided you can use a bonus action to drink a potion.
Yeah.
You just can't use both actions to drink potions. So,
That's fine.
yeah.
So as a bonus action, I'd like to drink my potion of healing.
Okay.
Where is it? Oh.
Provided you have one.
I do. I have one in my inventory, but I can't remember the
What
die.
quality?
Just a potion of healing. It's not
Regular?
a minor, it's a regular.
Okay. Since you are currently in combat and conscious, it's not rolling die, it's just automatically, remember? So you get back 10 because it's 2d4 plus 2.
I get 10.
Well, you're at 11. You're not 10. Because you regained one. Yeah, you regained 1 hit point from that. Okay, so.
Okay. Am I able to? Is this creature attack me with opportunity if he's charmed to attack Rue?
Well, the thing is you also have Sanctuary on you. So every creature that tries to attack you has to succeed a Wisdom saving throw of a DC 14, or else it can't attack you. So you could try to run without disengaging, and then, yeah. And it's up to you what you want to do. You just gotta let me know.
I was reading the Sanctuary, and I don't want to attack because I'm going to lose it. So I want to actually just take momentary cover, but be close enough to help with combat once it expires. So I'm going to go underneath this building near Umi.
Okay, so you're going to okay, yeah. You'll probably have to dash to do that because you got to get up and it takes away half your movement. So you'd be down to like 25.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. Okay. If you wanted to go all the way there. Okay, so I'm going to roll a wisdom, see if he gets an opportunity to attack against you. That's a natural 1, so no, he doesn't.
Great. Because wouldn't it be a disadvantage since if he's trying to attack me too?
Sanctuary means he has to roll a wisdom saving throw to even be able to attempt to.
Oh, okay.
And if he would have succeeded, then he'd have to roll at disadvantage for the actual attack.
Yeah, otherwise you gotta I think it says you have to choose another target too.
If you can, he can't. So he just loses. He just doesn't do anything.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. That ends my turn.
Okay. This guy is frightened of you. Yeah, I think he is. Even though he's frightened of you, I think he's going to try to just go ahead and attack you. Attacks are all at disadvantage though because he's afraid of you because you're in sight. That is a 16 to hit. Lonnie?
Just hits.
Okay, and let me check the other one. Oh, good thing that was, that's also a 16, but my higher roll was 20.
Yeah, that hits.
A natural 20, so, Okay, so they both hit. So it's terrified, but it latches forward at you and
Don't they have
bites.
to move like their full movement away if they're afraid of me?
Frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can not willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Oh, I
Yeah.
should have moved. Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. So it did get both of its attacks. That is 2 for the claw and 2 for the bite. So it bites down on you and lashes you with a claw attack.
Ouchies.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just working on my creatures here real quick. So yeah, these are going to run up and start just loading up the wagon. Yeah. Let's see here. The creatures are more concerned about loading up the wagon. Okay. Alrighty, so that takes care of them. Okay, so it's these guys up on the roof. Yeah, I'm gonna pop shots at the 3 that you can see. Actually, let me check here because I need to see if he can even. Okay, yeah, he can see both of you. Okay, so pop shots.
Through the wall?
No, he's up on top of the wall. It's this. You're talking about this one right here.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
thought it was that
he's
one, sorry.
actually up on
Yeah.
top of the wall. I can't position him on top of the wall because of the way the thing is, but he's actually up on the wall.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Alrighty, so these guys, multi-attack, longbows. Alright, so we're gonna go from left to right. So Aster, you're up first. 2 attacks.
Okay.
Natural 20 and a 5.
Well, the natural 20 hits.
For a total of 8 points of damage.
Okay.
So not that bad. Rolling real crappy on the damage. I'm rolling great on the attacks, but crappy on the damage. All right, Pazuzu, you're up next for your 2 attacks. That's a natural 1. I shouldn't have said shit. And that is an 11... 14. Does a 14 hit you, Feugy?
It does not.
Okay. And last ones are going to be against Rue. That's a 6. And that's a 7. Okay, so Rue and Pazuzu, the arrows just kind of like fly over you or nearby you and like land in the building and stuff like that. Ane, one you manage to dodge out of the way, the other one like catches you like in the lower part of your ribs. You're like, ugh. That hurts. But it's Freyja's turn.
All right, I'm gonna move up a bit. Be brave.
Okay. Be brave.
I am going to cast Healing Word on Harrow.
Okay, that's your bonus action.
One sec. Hang on, sorry.
It's all right.
Sorry, it popped up at what level, and I was like, wait, do I have to change that? No.
No, you can do it at level 1. And then...
Okay.
Okay, so that 8 points of healing, Harrow.
I tried.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
What do you mean you tried?
You're welcome.
It's max that you can do.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, cool. All right, you're welcome. And I'm gonna cast
You can
Ray
cast...
of Frost.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can cast a cantrip as your main action if you want to. All right, Ray of
On
Frost.
this guy.
On that guy, okay. Uh, 10 does not hit.
Oh dear. Okay.
Alrighty. These militia guards are going to do... Well, let's see here. Are they... Yeah, they're going to move up enough to actually be, not disadvantaged this time. And oh wait, no, they don't have disadvantage in here. That's fine. Okay. So 2 shots from those guys. That's a 6, and that's a 7, so that does absolutely nothing. His arrows just go whizzing right on past him. And 1, 2, 3. He's gonna move there. Like I said, that guy's up on the roof. I think that's further than 80 though. Yep. So that's gonna be a disadvantage. Short bow, disadvantage, submit. What do we get? That's an 11, and I'm pretty sure 11 does not hit. Nope, 11 does not hit. Okay. Regular guard's turn. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I think I'll do that so they're more... Okay, and another shot. Or 2 shots. They're both at disadvantage. Alright, let's see how much I suck at these crossbows. A 6 and a 6. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying with these NPCs, but just not
No.
happening. But then I sit there and roll 2 natural 20s against Cados and a natural 20 disadvantage against somebody else. I forget. Oh, against Umi. All right, these guys. Yeah, I guess he's gonna close the gap. He's gonna keep shooting with a bow, and these 2 are gonna attack at disadvantage. Okay, so we'll start with the 2 at disadvantage. Okay, that's a 10 and a 7. So that's a no on Umi. Okay, this one's going to be a normal spear against Rue. I'm sure 20 hits you, right?
Shield.
Okay. Deflects off. And
cancel that though. It would need to be one lower. Never mind. Wouldn't matter. So yeah, that hit.
Oh, it does hit. Okay.
My
So
math is one off.
Not doing shield. Okay, so you're going to take 5 points of damage, and I need a concentration check. Compel Duel is lost. And this guy is going to shoot you with his longbow. That is a 15 to hit.
Now shield.
Okay, so the arrow goes flying towards you, and you put up your arcane deflection, and it just hits that and flies off in some random direction. Okay, Pazuzu.
Alright. I'm gonna move up a bit.
Okay.
A lot of it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot this guy up on the roof here.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say where you're at, you probably see him.
Gonna hit him with a guiding bolt.
Okay. Uh, 13, if I remember right, just hits. You're going for the guy on the roof, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just hits as you hit him for 7 points of radiant damage. Okay, so yeah, he just swapped up to you. So looks hurt, but not bloodied yet.
Oh, well, let's try to make him bloody. I'm
Okay.
gonna shoot him with an arrow.
Okay, you get the roll at advantage because guiding bolt. Yep, that will hit for another 8 points of radiant damage. As you give him your good old 1-2 punch. He looks pretty bloodied.
Take that.
Okay. That ending your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Captain's turn.
Before I wanted to interrupt, I don't know if you were noting on the conversation in chat, but Aster saying he needs to leave after this round's over.
Oh, okay. So at the end of this round, I didn't see Aster saying that. I saw Bubba saying.
I was just gonna say something. When it came up, when my turn came up. Yeah.
Okay, so he gets there. I think he has 100. Yep, just in range. Does the guard captain manage to snipe the kill? All right, finally they do something productive. As one of the as his crossbow bolt flies up there and smacks him like square in the neck, starts gasping for air, like, and slumps and falls forward, dead. You hear him go, falls off the roof. Alrighty.
Okay. So question: what are these houses made out of?
Wood, some
Okay.
clay, that kind of stuff. Very simple homes.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna do this the basic way. I am just going to cast Earthen Grasp on this thing in front of me. So it needs to make a strength save.
Okay, strength save. Got it. That is that guy. DC 11 strength save. Natural 20.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Then as my bonus, nope, never mind. That's an action. So, yeah, I'll stay here and essentially try to tank it for.
Oh, don't forget
Goosewaddle
you got you forgot you got your bonus action of what's that called again? Because of your racial, you have bonus action Blade Ward, so you could Blade Ward yourself.
Oh, right. It is because on the spell thing it says action. I forgot that because of my racial. So yes, my bonus action will be to Blade Ward.
Okay, so Blade Ward, you're gonna dump damage down the half damage.
Yep.
All right, so we'll put the shield up on you. Okay. On that note, specifically Umi, you kind of notice, like, from one of the houses here on the side, you watch this giant, like, lumbering version of this creature, like, come out of the house. And it's like, like, looking around and sees you. You know, looks a decent bit bigger than the other guys. Let's see here. What does he do? Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's see here. All right, yeah. He's going to kind of step up. You watch him step up. You watch him speaking some weird language or something like that. And you watch one of the ones that's terrified, just kind of like, and just like hurriedly stab towards you. Let's see here. That's going to be this raider, two-handed, disadvantage, submit. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
Yeah, I had.
That's going to be 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And he's going to walk up to here and unsheath this gnarly-looking glaive.
Bro, I'm gonna get an infection from that thing.
Pretty much. Let's see here. Yep. Okay, so all right. So attack number 1. Oh, don't think that hits. Nope, I don't think so. 12 for the first attack.
Miss.
That's a 20 for the second attack.
Yeah, it's.
He is going to
I'm
deal...
going to cast Silvery Barbs.
Okay, he needs to reroll then. Who are you giving advantage to?
To Umi.
All right, Umi, you're going to have advantage. We'll give you the flag. So you have advantage for your next whatever you do. And he needs to re-roll that. So that's going to be even higher.
I tried.
But he, if I remember right, or if I'm looking at this right, yep, he rolled really bad on the damage. He's only going to do 2 points of damage.
Oh, good.
Okay.
And then, for his final attack, where did I put him? Where'd he go? Oh, he's over here. Okay, cool. And for his final attack, so he swings his glaive at you twice. You know, first one misses, second one looks like it's going to miss, but then just curves at the right point and carves into you. And then as he flips it around to smack you with the butt end of it, who did we lose?
Bubba.
Oh. Well, I guess the images are all messed up, and I guess it's the end of the night anywho.
Mm-hmm. It'll be fine.
Let's see here. That is... Give me a second here while I reread through this. Okay, so that's... Okay, so that is... It's 10 divided by half. That's a critical hit for 10 points of damage, divided by half, so 5 points of damage.
Is that on me?
Yeah.
I have 1 hit point left.
All right. And I guess, according to things, because Aster was talking about needing to head out, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay. I guess something going on with work or something. I think this is earlier than it has been, hasn't it?
This is my normal bedtime.
Oh, is it? It's weird because I thought Bubba went to bed way earlier than you did.
He's later than he usually is.
Okay, so anyways. We'll go ahead and pick up from here. I think it was Cados who got inspiration last time. I should really start writing this down.
I gave it to someone else last time.
Oh, you gave... who did you give it to?
To be clear, theoretically, I could go a little bit longer, but I figured the turn cutoff is good. I don't want to be here for like another 45 minutes longer.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see here. Just give me one quick second while I figured this out, because I think it's still in your old video. I just gotta find your thing. I probably should have rewatched the video.
I know that I have inspiration. Did somebody give it to me? I don't remember.
Give me a second here. Okay, yeah, so you did give it to Aster. So Aster, you got it last time, so who gets inspiration this time?
Who gave it to me?
Cados did. Remember, you can't...
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, so you can't give it back to her, yeah.
I was going to give it to her because she got her ass kicked, but I will give it to Lonnie similarly for getting her ass kicked.
I still have inspiration.
So...
Yeah, okay. Who doesn't have inspiration?
I think Ruse, I think the only one without inspiration, if you think about it that way.
All right.
You guys need to start burning your inspirations. I mean, it's a free reroll on stuff.
Well,
I just realized I had it. Sorry.
I got my 3 luck points. I never make it through my 3 luck points in a day.
Well, you might run into that at one point, but yeah, I mean... Alright, so you're giving it to Rue then, I take it?
Yeah.
Cool,
Alright.
thanks.
So... Alright, Zell, next week, I'll just write this down so I don't forget.
You mean 3 weeks from now?
Yeah, I mean, the next time that we get together... Because we won't be getting together next week because of 4th of July stuff, apparently. And then after that, because so you two are going to go to a 4th of July party on on that Sunday, huh?
Yes.
Yes, we have hundreds of dollars worth of fireworks to blow up.
Wow.
Okay.
After that, Bubba's getting married and we'll be away, right?
Bubba's getting married the day before.
Yeah, but he's on his honeymoon or something.
Yeah, he's going on his honeymoon that Sunday. So let me get this straight, Feugy. You're probably going to be drunk on Saturday. You're going to be drunk on Sunday. Boy, you're going to really fucking hate Monday.
Monday's a holiday.
Yeah, Monday's 4th of July.
I'm just hoping I don't have to work on Monday.
I don't.
I was going to say, you probably, knowing your luck, you're probably going to have to.
I'm off the 4th and the 5th.
Oh, nice.
Fuck me up. I
Anyway,
have no
so-
plans. I'll probably stream.
All right, so next Sunday we won't be because of obvious issues. We got 3 missing, so the following Sunday we might or might not have Bubba. It just depends on how his wedding, his post-wedding stuff. But if he's the only one missing, I'll be fine.
Yeah, he indicated he would not be here
Yeah.
during that. So
Yeah, I was just saying. So we'll try to reconvene on the 10th.
I hope Bubba ain't back and ready to play in 2 weeks. That would not be a good sign.
I have a question. Since Monday's going to be a holiday, would you guys, again, it's just a theoretical, would you guys be willing to have a session on Monday?
I could
Not
do that.
in the evening, but afternoon potentially? Like, if that works for everyone, I don't know.
I mean, if
so we
everybody's
start early and end early.
If everybody's okay with Monday, we can do Monday. We can discuss about it more online, but I need to know if we're thinking Monday or not. So, yeses or show of hands, and for those who I can see, Monday. That's
I'm
2.
open to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be open to it, but there is.
But I'm not like excited about it.
Okay. So I'm guessing Cados is okay with it. Lonnie and Khaleesi?
I'm good with Monday.
Okay.
I didn't know we're actually supposed to show our hands.
Well, I was just saying, but anyways. So we'll do this. Feugy, you keep us in the loop on Monday. As soon as you know. If you are available, we'll do Monday. If not, then we'll just reconvene on the 10th.
Well, and also, I mean, I'd like for Aster to let us know what his availabilities are, because he has his own plans too for the streaming. So if we're thinking, are we doing Monday at the same time?
Yeah, I think he was just going to stream whatever on Sunday is what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think your streams are usually what, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday or something like that?
Currently Saturday and Sunday nights. I have bonus streams throughout the week.
Okay.
But they're like not scheduled.
Yeah, okay, so your scheduled ones are your days off, obviously.
Yep.
I didn't know about the other 2 or 3 people that are on here, if they had a schedule or if they just do whatever whenever. Like that one time that we were gonna go play D&D and they were streaming some goofy game. I forget, it was some.
Dude, that's the one time they've used my channel to stream this year. Like I don't know what that was about. They just decided to do that.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure. So okay, so that'll be the plan. Feugy, keep us in the know as soon as you know about Monday. If it does work out for Monday, we'll plan a time. If it doesn't work out for Monday, then we'll reconvene on the 10th.
Sounds good.
Quick question. Monday, since we'll probably still be in combat, who wants to play Bubba?
I mean, I can play him. I won't get him 2 killed.
Okay. I won't get him 2 killed. Alright, so... Well, there'll be either that or next Sunday if he's not here. So I'm just going to go ahead and... add you to his list for now.
Yes. Shinies and gold.